Konnichiwa, watashi no namae wa Aislinn Hinanai desu. Hinanai sensei to moshimasu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Minasan, o genki desu ka? Watashi wa totemo genki desu ne. Wakarimasu ka? Hi everyone! Welcome and thank you for coming. For this session, you will be able to know the following. First, the importance of learning foreign language. Second, why Japanese language. Third, student different output. And lastly, useful phrases to understand Japanese manners and daily life. Why is it important to learn a foreign language? The advantages of learning foreign languages are mushrooming as the world becomes increasingly globalized, and bilingualism is now perhaps the most useful real-world skill to ever exist. Rather than just being a nifty party trick, if you're thinking about making the effort to learn a foreign language rather than expecting the world to accommodate your monolingualism, you are a rare breed indeed. Blossoming into the impressive polyglot you aspire to be is 100% feasible with the right approach and mindset. Foreign language study is all about learning how to truly communicate and connect with others, an incredibly important life skill that can only be cultivated by interacting with people. When you master a foreign language, you can exercise your new superhuman power of being able to understand what someone is saying, recall the proper vocab and grammar, put the vocab and grammar into the proper context, and reply back, all on the spot and in a timely manner. You've connected, and that is what it's all about. So why is it important to learn a foreign language? Basically, the advantages of learning foreign languages have the ability to set you up for success in nearly every aspect of your life. Check out the 7 reasons to study a foreign language. Number 1. Learning a foreign language is sexy. With its warm and voluptuous sounds, hearing someone speaking a foreign language is like the sound of gold coming to embrace you. Speaking a foreign language is incredibly sexy and it can make you more attractive, interesting, and gives you an air of intelligence. Number 2. Travel becomes cheaper and easier when you learn a foreign language. It's 10 p.m., you just got off a 14-hour flight, and all you want to do is fall face first into your pillow. If you are solidly armed with a smattering of navigational terms in the local language, finding your place to crash could turn into a painfully slow process. Without the right lingo, you are limited to expensive or slower options. So you save yourself some time, money, and grip when you learn a foreign language. Just a few key phrases will make transportation that much faster and cheaper, and the same is true for choosing a place to stay. This means lower rates and a better, even more authentic experience. Number 3, learning a foreign language opens up a world of job opportunities. It's no secret that learning a foreign language can improve your employment prospects. More companies than ever are doing business in several, often dozens of countries around the world, but they can't do it without hiring people who have a grasp on at least one foreign language. Even in small local companies, chances are that the ability to speak a second language will set you apart from other applicants. And in an increasingly competitive job market, why not give yourself every possible edge? Foreign language study grows your brain. Studies have demonstrated the cognitive benefits of learning another language, no matter how old you are. These studies have shown that bilinguals tend to have bigger brains, better memories, are more creative, better problem solvers, etc. Not only do these advantages make it easier to learn yet more languages, they also make it easier to learn, well, anything. Number 5, form meaningful friendships when you study a foreign language. Meeting new and interesting people and developing lifelong friendships are certainly objectives well worth aspiring for. And learning another language is a sure way to expedite that process. Language helps express our feelings, desires, and connect with other humans around us and forms meaningful relationships. Speaking a foreign language not only opens up a massive pool of potential friends, but it also acts as an instant common denominator when you meet native speakers. Studying a foreign language makes you more open-minded. Foreign language study is simply part of a very basic liberal education. To educate is to lead out of confinement and narrowness and darkness. Learning a foreign language and getting soaked into an entirely new culture and worldview is the surest way to become an open-minded, understanding, tolerant individual, and that is absolutely priceless. And lastly, number 7, foreign language study helps you better understand your own language and culture. Learning a foreign language can actually pull a sort of reverse psychology on you and provide you with a better understanding of your own native tongue and culture. This is one of the most unexpected advantages of learning a foreign language. You will become much more conscious of not only cultural customs, but of the grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation patterns of your first language. This likely explains the improvements in listening, reading, and writing skills that foreign language impart to former monolinguals. 8 reasons why you should learn the Japanese language. It is often said that globalization opens international markets, which is one of the reasons why learning Japanese is important. Japan is the third largest economy in the world after the United States and China. The Japanese economy is larger than those of Germany and the United Kingdom, which are ranked fourth and fifth largest. The Japanese language is the ninth most spoken language in the world, with 128 million people speaking it as their first language in only 2 countries. Globally, Japanese is spoken by 128.3 million speakers. It might be more difficult to find a Japantown than a Chinatown, but Japanese diaspora can be found in several countries. Brazil has the largest Japanese community, followed by the United States, the Philippines, China, and United Kingdom, Peru, and Canada. Japanese communities are also found in Europe, South America, Central America, South Korea, Australia, New Zealand, East Asia, Southeast Asia, South Pacific Islands, Qatar, Pakistan, and Russia. And now, these are the benefits of learning Japanese. Provides more opportunities for international understanding. The Pacific Rim and Asia continue to increase their global importance. The relationships between the US and Japan have strategic and economic significance. Thus, it is critical that more Americans should be proficient in Japanese. It's common knowledge that the Japanese are very nationalistic, and even if they can speak and write in another language, they would prefer to have their own written text in Japanese. Thus, access to information could be easier if people know the language. Fluency in Japanese allows people to improve communication and gain deeper knowledge and higher understanding of Japan as a nation and as a culture. Prepares you for a better future. As the Asian economy rises, more opportunities for work would be available. Japanese is a language that is not commonly taught or studied like French, German, or Spanish. Learning Japanese will boost your professional value. When you learn Japanese, you'll have less competition in opportunities available in different fields such as business, social sciences, humanities, technology, science, journalism, and tourism. If you want to be a translator for the government or a language services provider, your competition is lower when you speak Japanese compared to other more commonly taught languages. You could also have better chances of promotion. If you're working of an international corporation, speaking a foreign language like Japanese creates more opportunities for you to be assigned to an overseas branch. Makes you understand Japanese culture. The Japanese culture is unique. It's a combination of traditional and modern practices. Typically, the social conducts are not something you will see in the West. Their cultural traditions are ingrained in the people, young and old, and these traditions dictate the way they react, interact, and behave. These are also manifested in the way they write, read, hear, and talk. The younger generation could exhibit very modern behaviors, talk and dress differently, but they still follow traditions their elders have taught them. Understanding the Japanese language will open your eyes to Japanese history, martial arts, entertainment, culture, and fashion. Makes you appreciate your own culture and language. Learning Japanese will help you to appreciate your own culture as well as your own language because it improves your communication and cognitive skills. Accessing a culture that is very different from yours will heighten your awareness that cultures and languages vary. Improves your skills in studying your other academic lessons. As a student, learning Japanese helps you gain broader perspectives, higher thinking skills, and new learning strategies that you can apply to your other academic subjects. Of course, you can qualify as an English teacher in Japan. Your proficiency in Japanese can be your stepping stone to teach English in Japanese high schools or even in some local Japanese organizations of the government. The Japan Exchange and Teaching Program, JET, is an annual program where foreign students who pass the criteria and review process can stay and teach in Japan for 1 full year. It is a program to promote internationalization through the development of mutual understanding between Japan and other countries. Its aim is to increase Japanese education in foreign languages. You can continue to study the Japanese language during your stay. It's your gateway to more Asian cultures and languages. Other Asian nations such as Korea, China, and India exerted influence over Japanese history. Although the Asian cultures are different, they also share some similarities, which you'll be able to recognize when you study the language. You'll see the values they share with the country, including aesthetics, ethics, and religious beliefs. It will likewise help you learn other languages in Asia. Japanese grammar is quite similar to Korean grammar. Both have advanced honorific system to show respect to persons of higher stature, older family members, and strangers. The writing system has similarities with the Chinese writing system. Therefore, it would be easier for you to learn and understand either Chinese or Korean. You'll have access to advanced technology. Japan is a nation that is geographically isolated, considering the devastation of the country during World War II and the fact that natural resources are scarce in the island. It's impressive how the Japanese were able to turn things around. It is astonishing how the Japanese were able to rely on their scientific knowledge and creativity to make their country economically successful. They are leaders in various fields of technology such as fermentation processes, industrial robotics, semiconductor manufacturing, electronics, and optical media. They are great innovators attested by their being on top of the list patent filings in the world. Each year, around 420,000 patent applications are filed by Japanese investors. If you work in the technology field, especially robotics, learning Japanese will be very advantageous for you. You'll be able to understand Japanese cutting-edge technology. Aside from the robotic tools that help the manufacturing and other labor-intensive industries, Japan has created various robots, including animals and humanoids for various applications. Globalization has opened new markets and allowed countries to engage in trade faster. However, there is always the problem of communication because nations speak different languages, which is why learning new languages is increasingly encouraged. Being able to speak other languages improves economic ties because communication is facilitated and understanding is enhanced. And now, allow me to share the different outputs of my students, both from FL Nihongo 101 and FL Nihongo 102, representing different colleges such as medical technology, biology, media and communication, education, hospitality and tourism management, marketing, and senior high school as well.
はじめまして。皆さん、こんにちは。私はジャネル・バクタンと申します。23歳です。ケソン市に住んでいます。トリニティ大学教育センターの学生です。私の趣味はピアノです。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
はじめまして。皆さん、こんにちは。私は テリスバルと申します。21歳です。アンティポロ市に住んでいます。トリニティ大学生物学専攻の学生です。私の趣味はインターネットサーフィンをすることと映画を見ることです。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
はじめまして。皆さん、こんにちは。私はキンブリー・ケイシー・ドウィゲイと申します。20歳です。ケソン市に住んでいます。トリニティ大学教育専攻の学生です。私の趣味は本を読むことと映画を見ることです。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
はじめまして。皆さん、こんにちは。私はミシ・ドクトルと申します。20歳です。マカティ市に住んでいます。トリニティ大学生物学専攻医療技術の学生です。私の趣味、オンラインショッピングとドライブです。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
はじめまして。皆さん、こんにちは。私はジョーダン・ディグスマンと申します。私は28歳です。ケソンシティ市に住んでいます。トリニティ大学医療技術の学生です。私の趣味は料理をすることと旅行することです。どうぞよろしくお願いします。ありがとうございます。
はじめまして。皆さん、こんにちは。私はマイカバルと申します。22歳です。アンティポロに住んでいます。トリニティ大学生物学専攻の学生です。私の趣味は音楽を聴くことと映画を見ることです。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
はじめまして。おはようございます。私の名前はガンボワジェドです。私は27歳です。ケソンシティから来ました。よろしくお願いします。
はじめまして。皆さん、こんにちは。私はティファニー・ポリトと申します。23歳です。ケソンに住んでいます。トリニティ大学生物学専攻の学生です。私の趣味は音楽を聴くことです。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
はじめまして。皆さん、こんにちは。私はマサニャガリンですと申します。25歳です。バグに住んでいます。トリニティ大学生物学専攻の学生です。私の趣味はお菓子を食べることとコスプレをすることです。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
はじめまして。皆さん、こんにちは。私はクリサンラ・アヤナ・アルデンと申します。21歳です。ケソン市に住んでいます。トリニティ大学健康専攻の学生です。私の趣味は映画を見ることです。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
はじめまして。皆さん、こんにちは。私はベア・マリステラと申します。22歳です。タアに住んでいます。トリニティ大学生物学専攻の学生です。私の趣味は映画を見ることと泳ぐことです。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
すみません。スマートフォン売り場はどこですか
3階でございます。
どうも。すみません。そのスマートフォンを見せてください。
はい、どうぞ。
これは中国のスマートフォンですか？
いいえ、日本のスマートフォンです。
いくらですか？
Goman Sansen Gohyaku en desu. Ja, kore o kudasai.
すみません。
はい。
スマートフォン売り場はどこですか
3階でございます。
どうも。すみません。そのスマートフォンを見せてください。
はい。どうぞ。
これは中国のスマートフォンですか
いいえ、日本のスマートフォンです。
いくらですか
53,500円です。
じゃあ、これをください。
すみません。カメラ売り場はどこですか
3階でございます。
どうも。すみません。そのカメラを見せてください。
はい、どうぞ。
これは中国のカメラですか
いいえ、日本のカメラです。
いくらですか
53,500円です。
じゃあ、これをください。
すみません。カメラ売り場はどこですか
3階でございます。
どうも。すみません。そのカメラを見せてください。
はい、どうぞ。
これは中国のカメラですか
いいえ、日本のカメラです。
いくらですか
53,500円です。
じゃあ、これをください。
はい、どなたですか
こんにちは。420のカレー会です。これからお世話になります。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
カレーケイさん、こちらこそよろしくお願いします。
これ外部学の本です。どうぞ。
あ、すごい。ありがとうございます。
はい、どなたですか
301のテリースです。こんにちは、テリースです。これからお世話になります。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
こちらこそよろしく。
これはほの気持ちです。
どうも、何ですか
コーヒーです。どうぞ。
ありがとうございます。
すみません。カバン売り場はどこですか？2階でございます。どうも。すみません。そのカバンの見せてください。はい、どうぞ。これは日本のカバンですか？いいえ、アメリカのカバンです。いくらですか？36,500円です。いやー、これをください。
すみません。カメラ売り場はどこですか
3階でございます。
どうも。すみません。そのカメラを見せてください。
はい、どうぞ。
これは中国のカメラですか？
いいえ、日本のカメラです。
いくらですか
53,500円です。
じゃあ、これください。はい、どなたですか
301のアレックスです。こんにちは、アレサンドロ・ブリンガスです。これからお世話になります。
どうぞよろしくお願いします。
こちらこそよろしく。
これは、この気持ちです。
どうも。何ですか？
コーヒーです。どうぞ。
どうもありがとうございます。
皆さん、何ですか？明日、友達とお花見をします。皆さん、もう一緒に行きませんか？
いえですね。どこへ行きますか？
大阪城です。
何時に行きますか
？10時に大阪駅で会いましょう。
わかりました。
じゃあ、また明日。
はい、どなたですか？
Nyakuhachi no Kondat desu. Konnichiwa, Kondat desu. これからお世話になります。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
こちらこそよろしくお願いします。
これノートです。どうぞ。
どうもありがとうございます。
これから
お世話になります。はい、どなたですか
408のサントスです。こんにちは、サントスです。これからお世話になります。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
こちらこそよろしくお願いします。
これコーヒーです。どうぞ。
どうもありがとうございます。
皆さん、
何ですか？
明日友達とお花見をします。皆さんも一緒に行きませんか？
いいですね。どこへ行きますか？
大阪城です。
何時に行きますか
？10時に大阪駅で会いましょ
う。わかりました。
じゃあまた明日。
はい、どなたですか
？123のエレンです。こんにちは、エレンです。これからお世話になります。どうぞよろしくお願いします。こちらこそよろしく。これはほんの気持ちです。どうもなんですか？チョコレートです。どうぞ。どうもありがとうございます。
すみません。靴売り場はどこですか
？3階でございます。
どうも。すみません。その靴を見せてください。
はい、どうぞ。
これは韓国の靴ですか？
いいえ、日本の靴です。
いくらですか
？1万円です。
じゃあ、これをください。
はい、どなたですか
？408のハビエルです。こんにちは、ハビエルです。これからお世話になります。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
こちらこそよろしくお願いします。
これ本です。どうぞ。
どうもありがとうございます。
こんばんは。
こんにちは、ライザネル。Long time no see。
はい、そうです。おはようテリー。
おはようテリス。
おはようございます。
フィリピンは今何時ですか？
午前7時5分です。
アメリカは今何時ですか？ライザネル。
午後4時5分です。
そうですか。ここは午前8時5分です。じゃあ、皆さん、元気ですか？
元気です。
私も元気です。今日休みです。月曜日から木曜日まで働きます。
そうですか。月曜日から土曜日、 まで午前9時半から働きます。
毎日働きます。午前10時から午後6時まで。
すごいですね。あなたは研究者ですか？
いいえ、研究者じゃありません。セントルクス病院の医者です。
私はトリニティ大学生物学の先生です。
大学はどこですか？
ケソン市です。
あ、私は会社員です。Amazon の社員です。
それはあなたもスマホですか？
はい、そうです。
それはサムソンのスマホですか？アップルのスマホですか？
アップルのスマホです。
いくらですか？
ちょっと待ってください。56,400円です。
それはアメリカのスマホですか？
いいえ、日本のスマホです。Speaking of which, Rydonel and I will visit you in Japan when it's the holidays, Kane.
はい。
Wow! ありがとうございます。皆さん、じゃあ、I have to go. Great talk. またね。
さよなら。
さよなら。
Ohayou gozaimasu, minasan. Ima gozen hachidi desu. You may now go to your respective classes.
Ohayou, baby-san. Ohayou. Bienvenue shimashou.
Ima gogo goji desu. Classes have ended. Arigato gozaimasu. Sayonara, minasan.
図書館に行けますか？はい、そうです。さよなら。
すみません。ここはデイビッドさんの事務所ですか？
いいえ、図書館です。
ありがとうございます。
どういたしまして。
すみません。デイビッドさんの事務所はどこですか？
事務所は上海です。
ありがとう。
失礼いたします。あなたはどなたですか？書庫でもいいです。ありますか？
これは何のノートですか？
エグです。
そうです。
彼は誰のノートですか？
Minasan, konnichiwa. There's a notebook here in my office. Whoever owns it, get here until 5 p.m. There is a name at the back of the notebook written Prince.
ありがとうございます。これはあなたのノートですか？
はい。
あなたのお名前は？
私はアナです。
私はプリンスです。
こんばんは、皆さん。お元気ですか？
元気です。ありがとうございます。
こんにちは、アレスです。
こんにちは。私はミシです。J-POP アイドルロバートのコンサートはいつですか？
金曜日です。コンサートは何時ですか？
待って。午後8時です。
コンサートティケットはいくらですか
？4万円です。コンサートはどこですか？
ニューヨークです。
じゃあね。
またね。
こんばんは、ニューヨーク。I dedicate this to all my fans. So where to move? I still need. So 나도目の前の今を超えるさ。何度も涙を希望に変えてこう。Beautiful そんな景色も君といれば輝くよ。だからずっとそばにいて And never let go。 ありがとうございます皆さん。また会いましょう。バイ。
こんにちは。元気ですか？
元気です。ありがとうございます。これほんの気持ちです。どうぞ。
おお。何ですか？
それはアメリカン T-shirt です。
わお。ありがとうございます。こんにちは。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
こちらこそよろしく。これはほんの気持ちです。アリアンネックレスです。
じゃあ、これをください。皆さん、こんばんは。
コンサートは楽しかった。
そうです。
どこに住んでいますか？
ロンドンから来ました。
アメリカから来ました。さよなら。
さよなら。
イアナさん、おはようございます。
キムさん、こんにちは。
元気ですか？
はい、元気です。If we have a new neighbor.
はい、we should give her a welcoming present.
はい、ですね。What will you be giving her?
チョコレートもワイン？
I will give her chocolate.
そっか。I'll give her wine で。はい、さよなら。
チョコレート売り場は何回ですか？2000円です。どうもありがとう。これはどこのチョコレートですか？日本のです。こ このチョコレートはいくらですか？
2000円です。
それをください。
Sure, I'll just wrap it up.
ありがとうございます。
ワイン売り場は何階ですか？
こんにちは。2階です。
どうもありがとう。すみません、そのワインを見せてください。
はい、どうぞ。
これは日本のワインですか？
いいえ、イタリアのワインです。
いくらですか
？7000円です。
じゃあ、ご利用ください。
Sure, just for a second.
どうもありがとう。
はい、どなたですか？
こんにちは、123のキムです。
こんにちは、124のヤナです。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
私はエリンです。こちらこそよろしく。Actually, I'm not very familiar with this place. これからお世話になります。Come here inside my room.
エリンさん、何歳ですか？
私は21歳です。キムさん、イアナさん、何歳ですか？
私は24歳です。
私は20歳です。
We have a welcoming gift for you.
じゃあ、I hope you will like a small present for you.
ありがとうございます。キムさん、イアナさん。
どういたしまして。
お電話ありがとうございます。こちらトヨコホテルでございます。
予約をお願いします。
何名様でしょうか
2名です。
ご一緒でございますか？
はい、お願いします。
かしこまりました。いつからお泊まりになりますか？
来週の月曜日から2泊です。
予約状況を確認してますので、少々お待ちください。お待たせしました。空きがありましたので、2名様でダブル確保いたしました。お名前を伺ってもよろしいでしょうか？
吉村と言います。
いくらですか？
吉村様では2泊ということで15,600円です。
わかりました。
お待ちしております。お気をつけてお越しください。
ありがとうございます。
もしもし？
コビー、ダメだよ。今日実は楽しんでる？
デイブ、お久しぶり。はい、変わらず元気だね。あと、質問多すぎ。
はは、ごめんね。質問もっと聞くね。
お願いだからやめて。ロヘリオとはどう？
なんで？いきなりレレのこともう、まあ、うまくいってるよ。私のことはもういいからコビのことを話そう。
もしもし、ここです。どれてすみません。
お元気ですか？
元気ない。この世界はどう見ろ？まあ、それはね、 ちょっと説明。肉。
でも、私は別にスプとかなんて、それは映画の中だけのものですからね。
一番良いな説明はやっぱり物の勢力を感じること。
でも私は別にスーパーとかなんて。それは映画の中だけのものですからね。君は優しい人です。
それと、君みたいな優しい人のおかげで、私くらいの世界もう少し明るくになります。
いろいろありがとうございました。一緒の友達。皆さん、おはようございます。はじめまして。おはようございます、先生。私はアレクサンダーと申します。I will be your sensei in biology. Are you ready for the English one?
はい。私はティファニー・ポリトです。私は25歳です。
どこから来ましたか？
韓国から来ました。
ありがとうございます。
私はベアマイステラです。私は24歳です。日本から来ました。
私はブライアン・フロレスと申します。私は23歳です。アメリカから来ました。
どうぞよろしくお願いします。勉強しましょう。
すみません。その傘を見せてください。
はい、どうぞ。
どうも。
いくらですか？600円です。
じゃあ、これあげてください。
さよなら、ベンガーとティファニー、ビーオートペテ。
さよなら、ビー。また明日。
また会いたいです。いつ空いてますか？
今週は結構忙しいです。来週の月曜日はどうですか？
来週は空いてません。来月に空いたら教えてください。
もちろん、メールを送ります。ではまた会いましょう。
いらっしゃいませ。何様ですか？
お誰です。
お二人様ですね。こちらへどうぞ。
どうも、ありがとうございます。
いらっしゃいませ。ごゆっくりどうぞ。
これはチキンですか？
いえ、チキンじゃありません。豚肉です。
豚肉、ポーク？
はい、ポークです。
Kore o kudasai?
Hi. Uin-san. Biru wa? Biru.
Beer? Okay. Kore wa sushi desu ka?
Hi. Sushi desu.
Ja, kore wa
Tempura desu.
oishi desu ka?
Uishi desu. Kore to kore o kudasai.
Hi, so baseto ga o hitotsu, shusiseto ga hitotsu desu ne.
Hi. Sore kara biru wo futatsu onegai shimasu.
Hi, biru ga o futatsu desu ne. Hi, shosho umaki kudasaimasu.
Itadakimasu.
Itadakimasu.
Uishi desu ka?
Oishi desu. Lawang-san. Soba wa?
Uishi desu.
Uchitsu sama deshita.
Gochi susama deshita. Sumimasen.
Hi,
Okaiki onegai shimasu.
hi, arigatou gozaimasu. 3760 yen desu. Gosho desu ka?
Hai, koriji to kado demoi desu ka?
Mouji wake gozaimasen. Korehito kaado wa atsukate inai desu.
Su desu ka? Ja, kore wa?
Hi, ja, yousinen oasokari itimashou. Omashi gozaimasen.
Konnichiwa, minasan. I am Kristen Faintly Rivera, and today I'm gonna be teaching you Japanese words for colors. Are you ready to learn? Ready? Now let's begin. For white, you say shiroi, shiroi. For black, you say kuro, kuro. For red, you say aka, aka. For blue, you say oi, oi. For purple, it is murasaki, murasaki. For yellow, it is ki, ki. And for orange, it is orange, orange. So those are the 8 basic colors in Nihongo. Now it's your turn to practice these 8 basic colors on your own.
Common phrases.
In Japanese,
you have to learn. お名前は何ですか? 私はエランです。お名前は何ですか? お名前は何ですか means what is your name in English, and you could respond by saying 私は your name desu, which means my name is.
O genki desu ka? O genki desu. If you want to ask how are you in Japanese, you will say genki desu ka? And genki desu if you want to say I am well or I am fine.
sumimasen, daijoubu desu. Sumimasen and daijoubu desu are both used formally. If you wanna say sorry and it's okay casually, you say gomennasai and daijoubu. Watch out for more videos of common phrases in Japanese you have to learn.
Hello everyone! In this video, I will be teaching you some Japanese vocabulary.
Let's start with noto, noto, jisho, jisho, enpitsu, enpitsu, borupen, borupen, kado, kado, kagi, kagi, zashi, zashi, kaban, kaban, meishi, meishi, tokei, tokei, chukue, chukue, kohi, kohi, terebi, terebi, isu, isu. And that's it. Sayonara!
Konnichiwa, watashi no Sisi desu. Today we are going to learn body parts in Japanese. Body is karada, karada.
Eye is me. Me. Ear is mimi. Mimi. Arm is ude. Ude. Hand is te. Te. Leg is ashi. Ashi. Eyebrow is mayuge. Mayuge. Nose is hana. Hana. Lip is kuchibiru. Kuchibiru. Mouth is kuchi. Kuchi. Tongue is shita. Shita. Foot is ashi. Ashi. That's all for today. Arigato gozaimasu.
Learning Japanese pronunciation. Have you ever wondered why the Japanese add vowels to English words? Things like the phonetic and nasality of an accent affects this. Here are some examples.
Kit Kat becomes Kito Kato. World becomes Warudo. Card becomes Kato. Ball becomes Boro.
Japanese syllables are almost always the combination of one of its consonant sounds and 5 vowels. Confusing? The trick here is to learn hiragana and katakana for better pronunciation.
Also, remember that most syllables have equal stress and amount of time to pronounce, except those with extra hiragana vowels, a dash-like symbol in katakana, doubled letter, and a bar on top, as these signify longer sounds.
Example of words with longer syllables are
Ohayo.
Biru.
Keki.
Gakko.
Mate.
Hi.
Konnichiwa minasan! Written Japanese has 3 different scripts, hiragana, katakana, and kanji. But today, let me introduce to you hiragana since it is the most common of the 3. It is used for functional words like grammatical particles. It is also the default script in Japan, made to make the writing and reading system easier than their classical writing system, kanji. So let's start with the vowels.
Will be a. To remember this character, imagine a person playing the hula hoop.
Will be eh. To remember this character, imagine a snake with its upper portion up.
U will be U. To remember this character, think of a fancy semicolon.
E will be E. To remember this character, think of 2 teardrops coming from each eye.
O will be O. To remember this character, imagine a twirling person wearing a skirt.
This video, we will talk about the daily words used in Japan. Watashi wa Abby, and I'm happy to be part of your beginning journey of learning Nihongo. Let's start!
Konnichiwa! Konnichiwa! It is a greeting to say hello. Hello, students of Tuwa. Konnichiwa, Tuwa no Gokusei desu.
Kawaii. Kawaii. It is an adjective to express your delight in cute things. Pikachu is so cute. Pikachu wa totemo kawaii desu.
Kawaii. Kawaii. It is an adjective synonymous with being fearful. That movie is so scary. Ano ga wa totemo kawaii desu.
Sugoi. Sugoi. It is an adjective synonymous with astonishing. It's amazing, isn't it? Sugoi desu yone.
Mechakakui. In English, it's so cool.
Ohayo gozaimasu. Ohayo gozaimasu. It translates to good morning.
Konbanwa. It translates to good evening. That's it, you guys. Thank you for watching.
I'm so excited about our ramen noodles bath. Oh my gosh, I just remembered I have a big heart tattoo on my lower left leg. And they may not allow us. Wow. Bullet train? Yes. And that is one of the reasons why Japan is 10 years ahead of the world. Wow. And did you know that their vending machine are one of the reasons why they are ahead of us? Really? Because Japan has the highest density of vending machine in the world. Exactly. Same goes with their robots and automated car parking, right? Oh, I can give you one more. Japan's touchscreen menus. Maybe because of its isolated location. We both know how solitude can spark creativity. Right? From their singing toilets, robots, bullet train. Oh my gosh, Japan is just amazing. Wow.
助けてください。水をお願いします。すみません。英語が話せますか？はい、英語が話せます。なぜ？ Oh no, here's some water for you. Thank goodness. 大丈夫ですか？はい。ありがとうございます。I saw him in the streets without a parent, and he was in despair. He doesn't talk, but he has an ID with his address. これはいくらですか？いえ、それは大丈夫です。ごめん。駅はどこですか？ I am a tourist, and our tour bus is somewhere here. I think he knows how to go back home by train. そうですか？ It's the second street over there and then further to the right. 本当にありがとう。どういたしまして、どうぞよろしく。こちらこそ、どうぞよろしくお願いします。さよなら。
こんにちは、皆さん。今日は日本語でいろいろな種類の医者を教えます。さあ、始めましょう。Physician or doctor is 医者。Dentist is 歯医者。Pediatrician is 小児科医。Neurologist is 神経科医。Ophthalmologist is 名車。Obstetrician is 産科医師。Surgeon is 外科医。
こんにちは。私はアリエル・ジュリサ・マリー・バリクワトロです。My name is Ariel Julita Marie Baricuatro.
私はAsilas Janessa des. My name is Janessa Asilas.
We will teach you about Japanese family terms. The first word is kazoku. Kazoku means family. In your kazoku, you have ryoshin. Ryoshin refers to both of your parents. The word for father is otosan. And the word for mother is okasan. There is also a term for daughter. It is musume. The word for son is musuko.
Older brother is Ani. Younger brother is Ototo. Older sister is Ane. Younger sister is Imoto. Grandfather is Ojisan. And lastly, grandmother is Obasan.
See you next time!
こんにちは、皆さん。今日は日本語で呼吸器系のいろいろな器官を教えます。さあ、始めましょう。Nose is 鼻。Nasal cavity is 鼻腔。Pharynx is 咽頭。Larynx is 口頭。Trachea is 気管。Bronchial tube is 気管支。Lungs is 肺臓。Bronchiole is 細気管支。Alveoli is 肺胞。はい、皆さん。今日のビデオはここまでです。頑張ってください。
Actually doing an assignment on my biochemistry. It's about an experiment on enzymes. You know enzymes, right? The biomolecules that speed up the rate of virtual of all the chemical reactions within the cells, right? Chotomate, let me clean this up. Hi, I'm here to teach you about the basic introduction in Nihongo. So when you go to Japan or you meet a Japanese friend, you can use them. Hajimemashite. Shitsure desu ka? Onemae wa nande desu ka? 私の名前はです。私はです。読んでください。お仕事は何ですか？どこから来たんですか？から来ました。私はが好きです。どうぞよろしくお願いします。In Japan, you don't normally ask a person that you met for the first time their age. But in other countries, it is normal. So this is a part of the basic introduction. So let me teach you. 何歳ですか？歳です。That is all for teaching you the basic introduction in Japanese. 私の名前はクリスティナです。ありがとうございます。さよなら。
Plato defined beauty as an idea or form from which beautiful things arose. Because there is a form of beauty, beauty by comparison begins in the domain of intelligible objects. The most important question is, what do all of these lovely things have in common? Knowing that is knowing beauty. Lastly, I would like to share a Japanese proverb, and it goes like this. If man has no tea in him, he is incapable of understanding truth and beauty. And there you go.
According to Anne Frank, where there is hope, there is life. It fills us with fresh courage and make us strong again. Hope is what gives life purpose. It propels us ahead in life, gives us hope for the future, and help us feel better about our circumstances. Without hope, we may as well give up on life because we will never be able to reclaim or regain what has been lost. As humans, we constantly experience pain and encounter problems as we move through life, especially in this pandemic. We experience things that we have never encountered before and hope everything will be back to normal. Should not dwell on the struggles we have been experiencing, but rather view them as an opportunity to see the goodness in striving more in life. We should hope for the better. Hope enables us to overcome the challenges and fears that life throws at us and helps us achieve things we never imagined possible. Hope is being able to see that there is light despite all of the darkness. Let us hope for the future. Let us hope that everything will be back to normal because God is always there. He will guide us in every step of the way.
There's one word that will always have a meaning for me, and that word is happiness. I understand that this word may be difficult to understand for some, but I merely want to highlight that happiness is one of the things we should seek every day. You will be happy if you are able to accomplish the things you enjoy, or if you are able to perform things that will benefit others. Like me, I like watching my favorite VTubers stream on YouTube, reading comics or manhwas, trying out new things, drawing, painting, and more. These simple things that I get to experience every day will always make me happy. Enjoy every minute and second of your life. Try out new things and be happy and content with what you have right now. And just appreciate the happiness you're receiving and feeling. Think about happy thoughts and just have fun with what you're doing right now. Don't stress yourself out and be more open with yourself. Happiness can help us turn our frowns upside down.
I choose the word love because it makes me feel incredibly joyful and secure. It implies knowing that no matter what happens, you can always trust on someone you love. On the inside, it makes me feel happy. When I hear the word love, I automatically assume that the person I love is trustworthy.
Which is moon in English. It also means Monday or Getsuyobi. I chose this kanji because the moon itself is very meaningful. Many people like me see it as a significant object in life. To some, it means it is the end of something or the beginning of a new journey. To some, it means peace and hope and light in the dark of trying times. To some, it means the start of Ramadan, and to some, it means love. The moon is beautiful, isn't it? But to me, it is my companion. It shines over me while I plan my life at 3 a.m. and while I overthink random things. It was there with me when someone broke my poor fragile heart and I wailed like a child. It was there with me when I cried to my pillow every night and my tears soaked my blanket. It was there to listen to my wishes and whispers of little hopes every night I go to sleep.
Kokoro, the heart beating inside our chest, filled with emotions we will never forget, relies more on the feelings, the thing that can make meaning. Living with this gives purpose to us human beings. The most fragile thing in our body, yet the most precious thing to anybody.
Charming is a word used to describe someone pleasant and attractive. Their aura gives you good vibes. Imagine a person walking into a room with her friends laughing but not annoying, positive but not talkative, realistic but not rude. They just behave in a way you will say that this person is almost perfect.
Toba kimi no kao ni mokashori shiwa ga furete mo sorete mo inda boka kita wo omou you ni higeraku natte mo kokoro no uta wa kimi de afurete iru yo takai koi mo desetsu ni omoi dori utaenai それでも情けながら一緒に歌ってくれるかな割れんばかりの拍手も響き渡る単性もいらない君だけ分かってよ分かってよ誰ゆけが叶ったのお似合いの言葉が見つからないよ誰ゆけが叶ったたった一度のたった一人の生まれてきた幸せ味わってるんだよ今日がメインディッシュでお会いの日には甘酸っぱいデザートを食べるの山も谷も全部古く嘘で書くような言葉はいらない素晴らしい特別もいらないただずっとそばに置いていてよ僕の思いは年を取ると 男ばっから好きだよ。わかってよ、わかってよ。ねえ誰言う手が彼方のお似合いの言葉が見つからないよ。誰言う目が彼方の愛あふれてゆく。僕を忘れてしまってもちょっと辛いけど、それでもいいから僕より先にどうか遠くに飛び出そうことは絶対許さないから。生まれ変わったとしても誰かがさえあってもまた僕は君に恋するんだよ。僕の心は君にいつも片思い好きだよ。わかってよ、わかってよ、わかってよ。誰言う手が彼方のお似合いの言葉が見つからないよ。誰言う手が彼方の手軽な意志
君と出会った日に、あの時から君に心奪われて、その美しさであなたのことばかり忘れることできない。あなたの愛を願う。なぜ君のことを思うのがこんなに辛いんだ。あなたが愛する人は僕じゃないだから。あなたを愛するこの気持ちもう抑えられない。片思いのままでそれでもいい。君の愛を願うだけ。君は今幸せなのか、悲しい思いをしていないのか。届けない愛を願い続ける。あなたのことばかり忘れることできない。その顔、君のすべてを。なぜ君のことを思うのがこんなに辛いんだ。あなたが愛する人は僕じゃないだから。あなたを愛するこの気持ちもう抑えられない。片思いのままでそれでもいい。君の愛を願うだけ。君のその愛を届けなくても来てほしいのが一つ
愛しているよ。なぜ君のことを思うのがこんなに辛いんだ。あなたが愛する人は僕じゃないだから、あなたを愛するこの気持ちもう抑えられない。片思いのままでそれでもいい。Oh, oh, 君の愛を願うだけ。そいつの言うことを信じちゃいけないよ。君を愛してるなんて嘘に決まってる。どうせ捨てられちゃうよそいつには。数えきれぬほど彼女がいるんだから、振り向いてよこっちおいでよこっちおいで。君のこと大事にするから僕のものになって Please be mine。 世界一愛してる。Huwag kang maniwala dyan, hindi ka niya mahal talaga. Sayang lang ang buhay mo kung mapupunta ka lang sa kanya. Iiwanan ka lang niya, mag-ingat ka. Dagdag ka lamang sa milyon-milyong babae niya. Akin ka na lang, akin ka na lang, akin ka na lang. Iingatan ko ang puso mo, akin ka na lang, akin ka na lang. Wala nang hihigit pa sa'yo, so itsuno waruguchi wo iitai wake janai. Nanda kanda iyu wo wa ne, kimi ga shinpai dakara sa. Furimuite yo kochi oide yo kochi oide. Kimi no koto daiji ni suru kara boku no mono ni natte Please be mine。世界一愛してるこっちおいでよ。君のこと大事にするから僕のものになって Please be mine。 世界一mahal kita。世界一mahal kita。ごめんごめんねってベイベーも言わないで。情熱そうに染まるその唇で早く苦して僕なら大丈夫だよ。でも最後に見つめてよ。 君に会いたいそんな時にその笑顔をそっと描けるように君を話せるわけないこんな僕にずっと苦しい思いしてたの教えてくれよバカだよな君が消せないもういないのに君の目鼻口もそっと触れた小さな手未だに感じてるのに炎が黒く焼け落ちたように僕らの愛からすぎるから今君を呼んでるよ愛してたけどもう君はいない偶然でもいいもう一度だけ会えないかな差しの中の君美しく笑ってるけど君のすべてが時計の空と共にこぼれ落ちてゆくんだ君の愛せるわけないこんな僕にずっと苦しい思いしてたの教えてくれよバカだよな君が消せないもういないのに、君の目鼻口もそっと触れた小さな手未だに感じてるのに炎が黒く焼け落ちたように僕らの愛からすぎるから今君を呼んでるよ僕だけ見つめた瞳も愛しいほくろの花も사랑해 사랑해ささやくその唇も君の目鼻口もそっと触れた小さな手未だに感じてるのに炎が黒く焼け落ちたように僕の愛からすぎるから今耳を呼んでるよ
どんな時でもあなたを思い出してずっと胸の鼓動を止まらない夢を叶えてくれた気づいた時からあなただけにあなた、愛しいあなた私のすべて受け入れてくれた目の前のあなた神様がくれた宝物なんだ最大の幸せをくれたあなた止まった時の流れと回る世界も を今しこをまいたす
ただ悩んだ私探し続けた答えがあなたにあった
あなた愛しいあなた私のすべてを受け入れてくれた目の前のあなた神様がくれた宝物なんだ最大の幸せをくれたあなたあなた愛しいあなた私のすべてを受け入れてくれた目の前のあなた
神様がくれた宝物なん最大の幸せをくれたあなた
してきただけど変われるわ来てみて心の声を胸の奥に光る願い素顔の私見せたいの輝くのよ自分らしく扉は開くいつの日かこれが定めだとしても私は私を生きる隠せなくていいのすべて誰かのふりなんてできないわ輝くのよ自分らしく私は
When visiting Japan, there are several useful phrases you should probably know, as there may not be many Japanese people who speak English very fluently. But with these key phrases, whether shy or famous, any Japanese-speaking person you talk to will be sure to understand you. Let's look to some commonly used expressions or situations you may encounter when visiting Japan in the following example sentences along with their meanings and usage. And now, get ready to know the following topics, and they are greetings and replies, useful phrases when lost, useful phrases for accommodation, restaurant phrases, phrases for public transport, sightseeing phrases, and shopping phrases. Greetings, replies, and more. Basic phrases for smooth conversation. The following are some essential must-know phrases when communicating with Japanese people. In Japan, the words used in greeting vary depending on the time of day. Morning, noon, or daytime, and evening or night. In the morning, say, Ohayo gozaimasu, literally, good morning. During the day, say konnichiwa, and in the evening or at night, say konbanwa. This is a phrase to express thanks and gratitude. You can shorten the phrase to arigato in a casual situation, but arigato gozaimasu is more polite. If somebody tells you arigato gozaimasu, you can reply with do itashimashite or you're welcome. Use hi as a positive affirmative response in conversation. To deny or negate, say iye or no. Sumimasen or excuse me. This useful phrase can be used as both an apology and as thanks, as well as to address a stranger or unfamiliar person. Its nuance is quite similar to the English equivalent, excuse me. Useful phrases when lost. Here are some useful phrases for if you happen to lose your way. Even if this is the only thing you are able to say in Japanese, it will be much easier for someone to help you out. O tazuneshite mo ii desu ka? Or may I ask you a question? When asking someone for directions, this is a good phrase to begin the interaction with. Alternatively, you can use the previously mentioned sumimasen or excuse me. If they can help you, they will probably respond, hi, ii desu yo, or yes, that's fine, and stop to help you. But if they say gomenasai or sumimasen, both meaning I'm sorry, they may not be able to help you, so thank them and look for someone to ask. Nani wa doko desu ka? Or where is this place or this location? Use this expression to ask the location of your destination. Insert the name of the place you're looking for where indicated by the hyphen. Shizu wo kaite moraimasu ka? Or can you please draw a map for me? If you have trouble understanding directions that are given to you in Japanese, you can ask someone to draw you a simple map. Shizu is the word for map. If you have pen and a paper, you can politely hand it to them as you ask, kaite moraimasu ka? Or can you please draw it? Koko wa doko desu ka? Or where is this? Or where am I? If you get lost or don't know where you are, this expression is used to ask the name of the current location. Koko is the word for here or your current location. If you have a map, you can show it to someone while asking this question so they can point out where you are. And here are some other useful to know phrases. Nihongo wa hanasemasen, or I can't speak Japanese. This phrase lets the listener know that you cannot speak Japanese very well. You may want to ask the other person if they can speak English with the following phrase. Ego hanasemasu ka? Or can you speak English? Ego means English. You can change the word ego to match your own language if different from English. Moichido onegaishimasu, or can you please say that again? If you can't hear or understand the other person's reply the first time, you can ask them to repeat it with this phrase. It is also helpful to remember the phrase do iyo ime desu ka, or what does it, this, or that mean? Useful phrases for hotels and ryokan, or Japanese inn. Although English has become more widely available in many accommodation facilities, there may be some that are not as convenient for foreign visitors, such as a lack of multilingual staff and signs. But if you simply remember the minimum required Japanese phrases below, you will be able access to a greater range of facility options safely and with greater convenience. Check-in, check-out to onegaishimasu. I would like to check in or check out. When you are ready to check in or out, simply call out to the hotel staff with the words onegaishimasu, or which means please. Aiteru heya wa arimasu ka, or are there any rooms available? If you have not made a reservation beforehand, use this phrase to ask if there is a vacant room, or aiteru heya. When there are no rooms available, they may respond manshitsu, or full rooms. Kore wa nan no ryokan desu ka, or what is this charge for? Some accommodations may have their own unique rates and fee systems, which can be confusing. Use this phrase if you find an unknown charge or want to know what a certain charge is for. Daiokujo wa doko desu ka, or where is the public bath? In Japan, there is a large public bathing area called Daiokujo, which is shared with other guests. Some places even have an open-air bath, or rotemburo, where you can enjoy the scenery outside while you soak. You can ask where either of these areas are located with the question Daiokujo or Rotemburo wa doko desu ka? Where is the public bath or open-air bath? Chizu wa arimasu ka, or do you have a map? Use this phrase to request a map you can use so you can walk around after checking in. You can ask for any item you need by asking the question, Nani nani wa arimasu ka, or do you have a Chikako ni osusume no restaurant wa arimasu ka, or are there any recommended restaurants nearby? If you can't decide which restaurant to eat at, ask for a recommendation with this question. You can ask about various locations with the question Chikako ni nani nani wa arimasu ka, or is there a nani nani nearby? Ego no tsuwa wo shukai shite kudasai, or please tell me about the English tour or tours. Some facilities offer various sightseeing tours for foreigner visitors. This is a phrase that can be used when looking for a sightseeing tour with English-speaking guides. Heya ni kage wo osuremashita, or I forgot my key in the room. If you forget your key in the room that auto-locks, use this phrase at the front desk to have them open it for you. You can replace the word kagi with any item you forgot to say, the expression nani nani wo osurimashita. Ordering with ease. Phrases to use in restaurants. By learning how to order food in Japanese, you will be able to more thoroughly enjoy eating your Japanese meals. There are many restaurants where English may not be available, so it's good idea to study and use the following phrases. Menu o kudasai, or please give me a menu. Say this when you want to see the menu. You can change the word with whatever you want to ask, nani nani o kudasai, or please give me. If you want to ask for an English menu, ask ego no menu wa arimasu ka, or do you have an English menu? Shumo no onegaishimasu, or I'm ready to order. Once you have decided what you want to order, let the waiter know with this expression. O susume no menu wa dore desu ka, or what menu item do you recommend? If you don't know which one to choose or just want to know the stop pick recommendations, you can use this phrase to ask them. Korewa nan desu ka, or what is this? This is useful when you want to know what an ingredient is, especially if there are certain things you cannot eat. Use this phrase to ask about what you want to know using the word kore to indicate this. Koreo onegai shimasu, or I'd like to order this please. You can easily order something by pointing to it on the menu and saying koreo onegai shimasu, or I would like to order this. Kohi wa chukimasu ka, or does include coffee? When ordering a set menu, they sometimes include coffee. You can ask whether they do or not with this phrase. Mizu wo onegai shimasu, or please give me some water. In Japanese restaurants, it is common to serve free water to guests after they take their seats. You can also use this phrase mizu o onegai shimasu, or please give me some water, if the water you were drinking has finished, to ask for a refill. Toire wa doko desu ka, or where is the bathroom? This is a convenient expression when asking the location of the restrooms in any place, not just in the restaurants. Itadakimasu, or the phrase said before eating food. Also, gochisousama deshita, phrase said after eating, also means thank you for the meal. In Japan, it is customary to say itadakimasu before eating, or literally, I received the food, and gochisousama deshita, or thank you for the meal, when you are done eating. These both express gratitude to the people who prepared the meal, so please use to show your appreciation. It is also polite to say the expression gochisousama deshita to the restaurant's front staff before leaving. Okaike o onegai shimasu, or check please. This phrase is used when you are ready to pay after finishing your meal. In some places, they will still bring you the check if you tell the staff the previous phrase gochisousama deshita. Phrases to get around the station and in the train. Trains are a convenient way to travel in Japan, but depending on the location, train routes and transfers can be complicated, making it easy to get lost. But if you remember these phrases, you can get around with ease. Kipo riba wa doko desu ka, or where can I buy tickets? Use this phrase when you want to know where the ticket window is or where you can buy tickets. Tickets can be sold at automatic vending machines as well as at the counter where the staff can help. Nani nani made no kippu o kudasai, or please give me a ticket to. When buying a ticket at the window, use this phrase and insert the name of your destination in the hyphen. Nani nani ni wa do ikeba ii desu ka, or how do I get to? If the route map is complicated and you can figure out where to transfer, you can ask for directions by using this expression and replacing the hyphen with the name of the station you want to go to. Nani nani yuki no densha wa dore desu ka, or which train goes to. This phrase is used to ask at which platform you can take your desired train. Replace hyphen with the name of the station you are trying to get to. Kono densha wa nani nani ni ikimasu ka, or does this train go to? Use this to ask if the train you are on or are asking about goes to your desired station. Replace the hyphen with the station name you want, and make sure you don't accidentally take the wrong train. Tsugi no nani nani yuki wa nanji desu ka, or what time is the next train to? Use this phrase to ask what time the next train to your desired location will leave. Replace hyphen with the name of the station. Koko wa nan eki desu ka, or what station is this? If you do not know or cannot read the name of the station your train has arrived at, you can ask another passenger this question to check. When you want to know the name of the next stop you can ask, "Chugi wa nan eki desu ka?" or "What station is next?" "Orimasu," or "I'm getting off," by bus or train. If you arrive at your desired station but the train car is crowded, you can use this phrase to let other passengers know you are trying to get out. Getting useful information. Phrases for sightseeing. Speaking in Japanese may help you learn information in a way only obtainable by using the local language. Kanko anaijo wa doko desu ka? Or where is the tourist information center? This phrase is used to ask the location of the tourist information center. The tourist information center, or the Kanko anaijo, has tons of useful information for sightseeing. Pampureto wa arimasu ka? Or are there any brochures? Use this phrase to ask for an information brochure with more detailed information on tourist attractions. Shashi no totemo ii desu ka? Or may I take a photo? This expression is used to ask for permission to take pictures. You can't use it when asking if photography is allowed in a certain area, as well as to ask people if you can take a photo of or with them, such as when you want a photo of someone wearing a kimono. Shashi no totte moraimasu ka? Or can you please take a picture for me? This phrase is used when you want to ask someone to take a picture of or for you. Don't forget to say arigatou gozaimasu or thank you to the person who takes the pictures for you. Takushi no riba wa doko desu ka? Or where is the taxi stand? Use this when looking for a spot you can catch a taxi. If looking for a bus stop, ask, "Basu no riba wa doko desu ka?" Or where is the bus stop? Koko ni itte kudasai, or please go here. When taking a taxi, you can easily tell the taxi driver where you want by pointing out the location on the map and saying "Koko" or "here." You can also replace "koko" in the expression with the name of a specific location, "Nani nani ni itte kudasai," or to specifically tell the driver where you want to go. And of course, useful phrases for shopping. While some stores may have staff who can speak foreign languages in popular tourist destinations, there are still many stores that can only speak Japanese. Koreo misete kudasai, or please show me this. Use this phrase to ask a clerk to show you a product in a display case. Kichaku shite mo ii desu ka? Or can I try it on? When clothes shopping, trying items on is called kichaku. Japanese clothes are often smaller than in the West, so it is a good idea to use this phrase and try them on before buying. Nani nani wa arimasu ka? Or do you have? Use this phrase to ask the store clerk for an item you are looking for. Replace the hyphen with the name of the product you want. Koreo kudasai, or I'll take this. Once you have decided on your items, use this expression to indicate what you want to buy. Ikura desu ka? Or how much is it? Or how much is this? Use this phrase to ask the price of items. When you want to know the price of a specific item, you can point at it and ask, "Ikura desu ka?" If you want to ask the total price of several items, you can ask, "Zenbu de ikura desu ka?" Or how much is all of this? Kureji to kado wa chukaimasu ka? Or can I use a credit card? If planning to use a credit card, you may want to ask this phrase in advance before doing your shopping. Some stores do not accept credit cards. By understanding and using these useful phrases, you are now well prepared for actively communicating with the Japanese locals during your visit to Japan. With this, you are sure to be able to create even more wonderful memories during your trip. Gochoshu arigatou gozaimashita or thank you for listening. Ja, sayonara minasan. Goodbye kudasai. Bye.